our best. That's all we can ever do.
You're gonna want to go big on that.
I always do, bud.
Go big or go home.
I always fucking go big. Whew. Let's see. Fucking who's who of powerlifting is your There he is. What up, what up, what up? Team Flexx is in the building.
What's going on, man?
What's crack-a-lackin', Contour? Yeah, you got the British, the Union Jack on your side, eh?
Yeah, fun fact, Screamer gave me one at Worlds last year, and I fucking lost it. And then one of my clients gave me one, so I was like, when I say Screamer, I will tell him, oh, look, man, got your shirt.
I still got the same shirt, bro.
I hope do I sound okay? Do I look okay?
Yeah, man, you look
I mean, I look like a piece of
good.
shit because I woke up an hour ago, but...
Yeah, it was my birthday this week, and I went out and had cocktails, so I probably look like shit myself. Fucking a little bit hungover. So how you been, sir?
Your sound is like coming in and out.
Is it?
Should be.
How's our Wi-Fi looking there? Oh, that's good, right?
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi.
Count to 5.
Our side looks good in terms of Wi-Fi.
I mean, I'm on that young Flex internet. You know I don't have problems. As long as you guys are good, it's all good. If you can hear me, okay, then I guess we can proceed. Yes, but how am I doing? I'm doing good, man. I recorded a podcast with Sean 2 days ago because everybody keeps asking, and I guess it's the thing to do these days. But it's actually, I think podcasts are... So you have like different levels of content, right? You have an Instagram post, which is very quick and, hey, look at this thing. Then you have a YouTube video, which is like usually a little bit longer. And then you have like a full long podcast, which is you're covering everything. You can get into detail. You can take your time. And you can see that the person on the other end is a relatable human being. They're not just, like this entity, this thing that you can't, that's like so out there that you can't achieve. But yeah, so I like podcasts. I think they're good. I think they allow us to express ourselves. And also, like when you make long Facebook posts, not you, I'm just saying people in general, it's hard to feel your vibe. It's hard to feel like what you're actually trying to say.
Yeah, people, it can come off differently. It loses context when it's text.
Well, I think most people get about 2 sentences in and just stop reading.
And that happens too.
Yeah, that happens too. And I think when there can be, passion behind what you're saying, or maybe you're saying something like you're giving criticism, but because it's through text, people can take it the wrong way. But when you kind of say it, might not come off as bad, and people are more likely to listen to you. Unless you're telling a geared squatter they squat high, then it doesn't matter how you say it. You're gonna get killed either way.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. Speaking of podcasts, you guys were on Brett's and JP's, you and John Hack, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
So,
I didn't actually see that bad boy. I still gotta see it. But how was that? That's kind of seeing that you guys, as the very first guest, given the whole Hack Gibbs rivalry.
Yeah, it was kind of. I see why he hit us up, but like. John and Brett are cool. There's like not really any animosity there, but John doesn't like to lose. So if you're like he'll be your buddy, but if you're on the other side, like for that time, you're not his friend. You know what I mean? And let me tell you, when he was weighing in at Worlds, there was no exchange. There was like, it was not even like good luck. It was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. You know what I mean? So, but people like to create these matchups. But I think it's good. I think that powerlifting needs more of that. More just, head-to-head action going on. And he hit us up. And I was like, I think that'd be a good way to start. And, I have a lot to say. John is just John. He's just cool. He's laid back. He's people just want to see him do anything. The guy's not bad at anything. So, you know, whatever he does, whatever he's in, this is what blew my mind. And I don't know if we've discussed this, but people want to see John. And for John to be, like, what is the content John puts out? He just lifts, right? He just lifts. Like, he'll just put out his lifting, or he'll, like, he'll joke around here and there. But, like, he's known for his lifting, not his comedy, even though, you know, they are, like, literally equal level. But for him to just post his lifts and gain the following that he's gained, I mean, obviously people want to follow the winner, whoever's winning at the time, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why any sponsors didn't say, hey, we got to make this matchup happen again.
Well,
you know what I mean? It would be great for the sport.
I've noticed some hashtags about super meat and some talk going on. What is this super meat? Is this thing going to happen again? Are they going to run it back?
They're all right. So for it to happen, in the IPF, like, we don't know when that's going to be able to happen again. I know that, Boss is coming up. If John does that, then that could potentially push him back even further. I don't know if that's going to skip him out of another Worlds or if it'd just be the same thing, but it's likely not happening in the IPF in the next 18 months.
Jesus.
It's not happening. But they could happen. I'm not saying, anything's for sure, but I'm just saying if there was some sort of incentive, maybe like an exhibition meet, like for fun, that could potentially be a thing. I know that, Gibbs didn't win this last Worlds, and he specifically mentioned when we were on that podcast that he's got like this thing he needs to take care of, and that's it. To me, that's what he's talking about.
And that would have been the perfect setup if he won. Then he's the world champ. Yeah. It helps that super fight, super match, not super yet. Yeah. But because he didn't win, it's like, damn it, man, that kind of a little bit puts a snag in the plans, right?
But
he's still the reigning world record holder, though.
True.
That helps.
But so specifically, and I want to make sure we're live before I say this.
Yeah, we're on. We're on.
Okay, good. Excellent. The super meet was a reference to, basically we're just talking about how Gibbs had a series of really good training cycles, or maybe he was really good 3 weeks out, or like right after the meet, but he just couldn't put it on the platform for one reason or another. And I said, one of these days you're gonna have a super meet, and you're gonna have like everybody has this meet where everything clicks.
Yeah.
I still remember mine. It was actually a USPA meet when it happened. Although my last meet was pretty good, but it's just a meet where you feel unstoppable. You can't lose. Everything you do is
your Arnold meet was pretty damn good.
Yeah, dude, my Arnold meet. I was the most technically dialed, definitely on everything. My deadlift is always a work in progress, and I've come to terms with, like, I'm happy with small PRs. I just did 600 for a triple, which, believe it or not, I've never done. I do have and I'm losing weight, so it's getting better. Like, the more weight that I lose, like, usually when I have to struggle, I just, like, kind of lock out, and it's like, oh, damn. Now I'm struggling with heavier weight versus before, so that's kind of my plan is to, like, my squat's going to tank. Let's try to put that on deads. And bench is really consistent. My bench is, like, literally my back foot. It's like it's always there to catch me and just kind of keep me there. And right now, what I'm waiting for, what so many lifters here are waiting for, is the qualifications for the next Arnold. We want to know. I'm anticipating that they're going to bump the Wilks up to 450, 460-ish. I would say 465 is, like, literally the highest it would go, and that would be a bit out of character. That would be them saying, you know what, 2016 Arnold, we had 125 people qualify, which is, like, out of 1,000-ish people. That's good. Like you have
top 10%.
Yeah, that's fine. But then the next year, it was like we had like 1,200 people at nationals and 300 and something people qualified for the Arnold. I don't know if people were just more aware or what the hell was happening, but I cannot tell you how many kids, how many young guys have hit me up and girls saying, you know, hey, I really want to do that meet. Let's work for that. So I'm waiting for that. I would like to do at least 3 Arnolds. Like if I were to hang it up, I want to do 3 Arnolds. I'll probably keep lifting as long as I'm able, but for us, like our nationals is really hard for me because I have a lot of people and I want to try to. I wish I could clone myself and handle everyone, but it's hard. You know what I mean? I can't.
It's nuts how many lifters you got at the nationals, man. How many did you have last nationals?
Like I want to say 32.
Jesus, wet.
32. This one's gonna be bigger, but they're spreading out the days more, so they're gonna kind of do it like Worlds, where it was like fewer divisions but on more days. So, you know, yeah, man, Arnold's always a great meet. It's an awesome production. I don't know if you've ever been to one, like just to see it.
I've just streamed it. Haven't been there live. Dude,
it's. I remember the first. I don't know what it takes for Canadians or other lifters to do it. I know for the Pro-Am they just invite you, but for the other one, I'm not really too sure how they do it. But if you ever get to do that meet, it's like you go out there and it's one platform and you have a light in front of you, you have a light on the side, and you have a light here, and they're all on you. There's like cameras everywhere, and there's just a hall, and there's a shitload of people, and you're just like, fuck. If you I'm cool now. Like this last meet, I was like so zen. Like zen is the way to squat, in my opinion. Like for me, I need to be calm and collected, and you know, I was dialed in for that one. But the first year I did it, I was actually being handled by Matt Gary, and it was a lot of new things for me at once. I changed my squat stance. I was competing at the Arnold. The speed of the meet was like, it's like World. It's like go. Like you're done with squat, go bench. You're done with that, go to the deadlift. And I remember like my first squat didn't feel so good because I had changed my stance to wide and flats, and then at the meet, like your body goes fight or flight. You just go back to what you know. Yeah. This is why it's so important. This was 2 years ago. This is why it's so important to, you have to dial that technique, because when fight or flight happens, you want your body to do what it knows. And if you've done like 20 different stances, you're all over the place. So I went back to my narrow stance and flats, and I ended up doing like a good morning with like 612. And then that was actually
PR good morning. That's good.
Yeah, PR good morning. No, I was destroyed after that. I was like, man, my back is fucked. But you know, that was the first squat I had ever missed. I missed my third. It was the first squat I had ever missed, and I had never missed one since.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
man.
I've never missed a bench ever in my entire life.
I read that on one of your posts. You've never missed a bench ever.
I've never missed a bench. You could look it up. You could literally look all this up. I've never missed a bench. My third deadlift is literally a coin flip because I got those short arms and that long torso, so I ramp sometimes. But I'm hoping just the more weight that I lose, which I'm chilling right now at around 233, 232. I'm good. Like I don't have to really cut. And then we'll do nationals.
So what instigated that? Because you've always been known as the big cutter.
Yeah. So. It was like really like a personal thing. Like, so I did the Arnold as a light 120. I was like 110. Well, I weighed in, dude. I don't know. I think I mentioned this once before, so I'm gonna just say it again. The scale at the Arnold now like I'm pretty sure it has to be a double decimal scale. Whenever you're at IPF meet, it has to have like 0.00 after the first pound, whatever. I woke up that morning in the hotel. I woke up in the morning at 254 pounds, but I was going 120, so I was like, I don't really care. Yeah. I don't have a big whatever. When we get down there, I weigh myself like to check, and I kid you not, it's like 8 pounds off. It's like way off.
Holy shit! Yeah. We're gonna have a good Wilks today.
No, we're gonna have a good Wilks. No, I'm serious. But I think one of the girls that was lifting on a different stage, didn't like that. I mean, it should be legit anyway. And they switched the scale, but I think, like, I had already weighed in, and I weighed in light for that meet. Like, I know that wasn't my weight. Like, there's no way that was my weight. So I think it put me at, like, 110 or 109 or something. But, like, I remember being in the hotel, and Tina, my girlfriend, was like, damn, you're fat, you know, because I was 254. And I use the same scale all the time. And for all the meets that I do, you know, over here, this is the same scale that I use. And Bed Bath & Beyond, $40.
And Tina's not shy of fat shaming you.
No, she'll tell me. She'll just say it. That's kind of good, though. No. Like, it's kind of a good dynamic because, all right, so when you have a couple, right?
Yeah.
And let's say, like, you're training and your girl's getting kind of heavy and it's hard for you to even say anything.
Oh, you better not.
No, you can't say shit, right? No, but she can, but it kind of works the other way around because we're guys. We got to be tough.
That's right.
So she could tell us, like, straight up whatever she's thinking, and then, but I know that she wanted me to drop down. I mean, when we met, I was like 200 freaking pounds. You know,
you were dying pieced up, man. You were dying bodied up. I seen the pics.
Man, I was like, you, man. I was like, you now, man.
You were abs rippling. Yeah, I seen the pics.
I mean, when you're a trainer in Los Angeles, you have to be on point. Like, that's you got to be in shape. That's it. Bottom line, or you're not gonna make money. But then, luckily, it didn't need to look like that for powerlifting. You just be smart and, you know, lift good shit. But yeah, so I just wanted to lose weight because I was unhappy. I just didn't like being that big. I would sit at this very chair and try to work, and I would just, like, feel myself touching myself. Like,
yeah. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I just didn't like it, and I thought to myself, like, if the Joey of, you know, 5 years ago were to see how heavy you got now, you'd be, you know, disgusted. And I knew, and I kept telling myself, like, it's, you know, I'm gonna have a good meet. My squat's going up. This is encouraging. Your recovery is, like, next level when you're that big. Like, it's just fucking crazy. But I legitimately didn't care. I was just eating whatever, and I told myself, you know, on the bright side, my metabolism's gonna be really up there from all the food that I'm eating, and when I transition back down, shouldn't be a problem. And it exactly worked like that. I lost those 20 pounds. Like 21 pounds, like no problem.
No
but
shit,
I am heavier. Yeah, no. So all I did was I started with like a 300 calorie deficit, and I wrote that out. And then after a while, I'd bump it down by 100, and then bump it down by another 100. And right now, so I started somewhere around 3,100, 3,300, and now I'm somewhere around 2,600 to 2,800. And I'm just chilling there, and I feel really good. Like, I don't have any side effects of dieting yet. I'm chilling. Obviously, I'm eating a little bit less, and I do like, so I'll have one day a week where I carb up, like, big time. I try to keep my fats as low as I can. And then I have another day after that where I'm just chilling. Like, I'm not dieting. I'm not eating more. I'm just trying to stay what I estimate my maintenance to be. So non-linear dieting is just it's been around. It's basically when you have, like, it's almost like carb cycling, but there's a specific way that you do it. And recently there have been some prominent figures in the scientific bodybuilding community, I guess you could say, you know, that have just been, they put a label on it and define it versus us knowing about it. And it's something that's been around for years. Just like RPE fucking bodybuilders have been doing this for, like, I can't even tell you how long. Yeah. You know what I mean? Maybe, you know, you're training by how you feel. And I think, you know, older lifters, like, I know we're old guys here, and I mean, you know, I'm only 27, but I consider myself no longer. I still feel like a junior. I know it's crazy.
27 is young, man. 27 is young.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I know you're like 51, but when I'm your age, I hope I look half as good as you do.
You were talking to Randy though, right, when you said that. You looked at Randy when he said that.
No, but seriously though, you know, I think it's important for powerlifters to look at our other, you know, counterparts, our brothers in iron, and just to absorb information wherever you can. It's something that I've known about. They just put it in a very, like, easy, simple, digestible way. I might actually do a video on it and just give them all the credit. But I got, you know, so now I'm at weight basically, and I'm chilling. And the plan is, I got to get these competitions out of the way, so we'll do. I think once I qualify for the Arnold after this nationals, after that I'm ready to get down to like 215, and then I can chill there. I think.
Oh shit! 93 kilo lifter, you think?
I can do it. I can easily do it.
Yeah, you could. Your wilks go way the hell up too, man.
I just got to make sure I do it in give myself time. When I was younger, it used to always. I don't know if you felt this way too when you were younger, but. I want to make sure that I give myself time and I don't rush. Like when I was younger, I used to think like, fuck, I gotta do everything now. Whatever I want to do, I gotta do it right now. What's the fastest way? Yeah. But really, if you take your time, you're gonna be in a better position when you get there. And if I could just find balance around 220-ish, 215-ish, I think I'll be in a good spot. And again, like our type of dieting, like. For powerlifters, it's not the same as stepping on stage. Yeah. You're not dealing with, like, if you lost 20 pounds, you'd be, like, dead.
Oh, like, fuck, man. I would have been in a car accident and lost a limb. And that's how I lost 20 pounds.
You would have been, like, you'd be, like, beyond stage ready and you'd be dead. But, but you're going to have, like, side effects the lower your body fat gets.
Yeah.
I was already so heavy that, I was in a good place to lose weight. But like I was looking at my Arnold pictures, like my face was just like, it was crazy. But I did bloat a lot, which I think helps with squat and bench. But it's just I want to be healthier. I'm tired of my doctor always telling me shit, and I'm also in a position now where I don't need to, like, there's so many young guns coming up, and I'd rather give my time to them and help them because even when I was coming up in the USPA back in the day. I would see these guys and be like, this kid can be special if he had some help. And then you see them run themselves in the ground and they burn out. Mm-hmm. And I think I have a group of young, strong guys right now, and I want to see them do well and do well safely, and just I'm also like I have like old injuries and just ailments that are bugging me, and I'm still young, so if I stay ahead of it, it's not gonna mess me up even more down the road. And I've also been through a lot of injuries, so I can help guys that that I can't tell you how many times a young lifter will experience something, and I was like, oh, that thing that you're just now experiencing that you're freaking out about, man, I've gone through that 100 times. You'll be fine. Yeah,
that story gets better. Speaking of these young guys, Sean Noriega, your boy at the IPF Worlds, pretty solid performance. The IPF Worlds, it was weird. Not a shitload of PRs by a lot of people, but that was quite the battle he had with Gruden. Did you want to talk about that at all?
Yes.
I called that in the commentary, and I had that foot in the mouth moment where I was like, Sean Noriega, IPF World Champion, because he was. He got it.
We're gonna go.
And then they're like, wait, go back online. And tell everybody. I was like, what? Tell him what? And they told him, like, are you kidding me, man? Are you guys go back there and telling Sean right now? Like, it was crazy, man. It was a crazy moment. Craziest thing I've ever been a part of.
And I'm kind of glad you were there, though. Like, because now when I ask you these questions, you're going to tell me firsthand what was up.
Yeah.
But basically, so I was up here, I think it was like 6 a.m., and I usually don't wake up till like 11 because I go to bed so late. But, I'm up. The stream was cutting in and out. So I had the scorecard, and I could see like what they were hitting. And after squat, I was like, oh, we're in a good spot, like I don't remember what Gruden exactly hit, but I know that Sean got at least 600 and Gruden missed his third. Judging by his second, I don't even think I would have attempted a third, but that's good, man. Let him get tired.
Yeah.
And then coming in a bench. I mean, obviously we're the same country, and I want everybody to do good. I want my country to win. But Sean's, has been like one of my day ones. So obviously to see him all the way up till now, considering there's no 83s in the Open, and they are the only 83s representing the United States, that's kind of a bigger deal. I think it was more significant. And then coming in a bench, when Gruden missed his third, I was like, oh shit, this can happen, right?
Yeah, here we go.
And I know that Sean, he's pulled 675. I mean, granted, it was on pound plates, which are, they break the ground easier, and they weren't calibrated, but Alico conditions a little bit harder. So I'm thinking like, okay, I think with the peak and everything, he can hit max. If he has to go for it, I wouldn't count 683 out of the question. But let's see what happens. Sean pulls his opener, no problem. Gruden pulls his opener, cool. I'm starting to see like, oh shit, like Gruden jumped with Sean. Like, he's trying to.
The stream is back on for you at this point. You can watch it.
Yeah, it was going now at this point. And then Gruden, I think he tried to jump with Sean at like the same amount, and he like was dead. And Sean was heavier, so we had to beat him outright. And I'm running the numbers in my head, like, fuck, what's going on? Like, okay, this is what he's got to hit. And then I saw that Gruden changed his number down. And I was like, oh, dude, that's a wrap. 661 is like, he pulled this last meet. This is no problem. And I almost thought, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Sean tells his handler, like, yo, man, like, this is an easy way for me. I want a PR to go up. But, it's the world. You want to win.
Absolutely.
I know that he hates himself, like, whenever he doesn't improve. So even if he were to win, but he didn't PR that lift, he'd just be like, I got to fucking do everything all over again. It's really hard on himself. But basically, Gruden, he finishes. Sean pulls his. And when you see a lift, this is where the shit hits the fan. You see a lift, and in your mind, you either say, oh, that was good, or oh, that was, like, high, whatever. Like, immediately I was like, this is money. This is no question. Granted, the camera was on his left shoulder, and I think he said that his right looked a little more forward than his left. And I was, like, super fucking happy. I took a screenshot. I made a post. Lane Norton messaged me, and it was like,
what did he say?
Congrats. No, he messaged Sean. He commented on the post that I made saying congrats, and then he messaged Sean right away. But I deleted it right after because, Tina calls me crying, like, yo, they overturned the lift. Yeah. She was at work, and she's like, oh, they overturned the lift, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, that's
what the fuck you mean? I watched it. I seen it happen. Yeah.
So then I looked at the sheet quickly. Boom, pull up the sheet, and I'm like, fuck. Like, what the hell's going on? So then I had to delete everything, and then I text Sean, and I'm like, it took him a little while to get back to me because he was like, so in the podcast that's coming down on my channel a little bit later, you're gonna hear him talk about like how it took a little bit of time. I mean, you were right there, so like, what I could ask you, like, what happened? Like, so he pulls the lift. You announced the winner, and how soon after from when you announced it to where you had to say, wait, my bad.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, so we were all like, oh shit, Sean won, yada yada, and then someone pointed out, hey, what's up with the scorecard? Few minutes later, it was red. And we didn't know. It's not like the jury has to come and tell the media team necessarily, right? And we're like, and I was like, oh yeah, well that must be a mistake because we just watched. He pulled it. He got 3 whites. Like it is what it is. So we thought, oh, it's just a mistake. Don't worry about it. And we were just going about our day shooting shit again. And then someone came and said, no man, they overturned that. You got to go back on the air right now and tell everybody. I was like, holy shit. And I was like, God damn, this is a junior kid. You literally just put him on top of the world. Literally, like, you are a world champion. And everyone knows, looking ahead, you know how hard it is to win the world title. Looking ahead, the juniors that are coming up, like Russell, your boy Russell, Russell Swall, the guy's a beast. And, like, some of these juniors coming, this is really his year to do it. Everyone knew that shit, right? Like, this is, the getting will never be as good as right now. And it looked like he did it. It looked like he did it. I was like, fuck, well, there you go. You know what I mean? And then when I found out, I was like, God damn. And I got to tell you, looking at Noriega, I was like, I thought, like, fuck, this is going to be a very emotional medal ceremony. Like, the dude is a champ. Like, he took it like a goddamn man. Like he was.
Oh yeah, man.
He still clapped. He still shook dude's hand. He was like, "It is what it is." I looked over at him. He looked over at me when he's up on the podium. Gave me a wink, and I was like, "Fuck, man, guy's like solid, very solid kid for a kid that young." I don't know how I would handle it, man. Probably not as good.
He told me, you know, he just, if he would have just got Reds outright, and they would have said whatever they said, that'd be one thing.
Much easier to handle.
But for him to have one and then for them to take it away was literally the shittiest possible situation. Like, rather than just getting beat, this is even worse. And then, I guess it's a little better because we know who was stronger that day.
Well, at least, like, I know what you mean, though, where, like, if you had never told somebody, it's like telling somebody, "Hey, man, you won $1 million. Your lotto ticket won." You're like, "Oh,
shit. Let me quit my job."
Yeah.
Oh, wait, never mind. I need it back.
Just playing. Just playing. Look at your face.
Yeah.
Where do you see your face right now? Yeah, that's
what
the
I don't
hardest.
get. This is what I don't understand. So, like in the NFL, right? Let's say there's a weird call. If none of the teams like contest it, they're just like, "All right, fuck it. Like we pay these refs tons of money to make these fucking calls. You know, we respect what they're saying. Nobody's fighting it." When do they go out of their way to change a call that everybody's fine with? Like the other countries didn't complain about Sean's lift. Gruda didn't complain about Sean's lift. Like for the jury to act on their own, Sean said that Gino said they looked at the screen from where I think it was 2-1, and the one red guy was sitting. So they all saw his perspective, and he said his right shoulder looked a tiny bit forward. He wore a T-shirt. If I were him, I would have taken the T-shirt off because the T-shirt, the flaps of the arm can kind of hang forward, especially when you're deadlifting. And it's like the same thing when you squat in shorts. It's like kind of hard to see depth sometimes.
Yeah.
So I would have taken it, dude. Who knows? He could have taken the shirt off, and this never would have happened. But I mean, I'm thinking conspiracy now. But you know, for them to just all say, like, based on that one point of view, like, since when do they do that? We've said that we need video replay forever, and for them to do it now, like, doesn't make any sense.
It's like, we want video replay.
It's like, why even have the refs there if you're just gonna call the lift from like 30? How far away was the jury table from the platform?
It was definitely like feet wise, it was probably like 25 feet-ish, 30. Yeah, it was a bit off. Like they were there. Certainly not as close as the refs. Obviously, like the refs are right there. And I know what you mean when you say. I mean, I was told afterwards. So in terms of all the sessions I've done in the last 2 years commentating, I hadn't seen that happen before. But so that's why it's like pretty. Whoa, shit! I didn't know they could do that without an actual protest happening. But I guess it has, like in other events, happened. But yeah, it is like that's the hardest part. Is like people would say now when the refs give you 3 whites, you almost got to pause and wait a second, look to the jury, and be like, what do you guys think now? Well, like, it's almost like
I don't know. It's
7 refs.
But isn't it when you get 1 red, it's somebody else can contest it, is it not? Isn't that what the rule is?
But they didn't. They didn't though, and it was. Yeah. It's rare. It's rare that it's a good lift, and they'll flip it. If it's a bad lift, usually that camp will. Yeah,
usually you give the doubt to the lifter. Yeah, that's what, and they'll say that. Unless they think it's flat out. They must have, I don't know, fuck me.
Let me tell you from personal experience, man, when I'm dealing with Jesse, I'm not, like, Dave Ricks is a fantastic lifter, and I'm not here to throw shade, but I legitimately think that some of his squats are nationals are like, considerably higher than how Jesse's looks. I was taking care of Jesse at Nationals. We specifically been talking about depth for like the weeks and weeks and weeks up till Nationals. His last warm up was like 635, and it was well below. I posted a picture of it on my Facebook. Like, we're not gonna have any problems with depth.
I remember that.
Smokes his opener 683. Smokes 722. And that's a record that's like not going to be beat for a long time, right?
Yeah.
he goes up 750. It looks literally the same as 722, and he doesn't get it. And so at that point, he'll get like 2-1, white from the front, reds on the side, and I'll go up to the jury and be like, I would like to contest that call. I don't, I think, take another look at it. And then they all huddle up, and then they just come back to me and be like, no. And I'm just like, all right. Because if he gets that third squad, meet's over. Like,
yeah.
He can get his opener on bench, which he was only able to do because of his shoulder being messed up. And then he doesn't need to pull 777 twice because he missed. They said he didn't lock out his shoulders. And for him to have to come back and pull that after like a very demoralized, that's some fucking adversity right there. For Jesse's a young guy, so for him to come back,
they're tough on Jesse. Are they old? Dude, they seem to be a little.
They are tough. He knows. He's like Joe. You know what we're in for. Like this. I tell him, like, I got you, man. I know what's going on. We're gonna have to. It's going to be a tough thing. So for the reason why I brought up Ricks is because he almost bombed at Worlds on Death.
Yes.
So I don't know if like maybe the travel got his hips tight or what, and or maybe squatting in the Air Rick 5s or whatever. Those New Balance shoes that he always wears.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It just to me it's like here's the thing. I wish there was a completely 100% objective way to like call this. Like, it'd be like a machine that would just be, like, good or bad. It's impossible. It's like the technology is not going to be there. And some judges might see something, legitimately might feel a certain way.
The thing is,
but part of me thinks there can always be, like, some bias. You know what I mean? I would hope not.
That's kind of sports, though, is what makes it so intriguing that we'll have these discussions afterwards, like the strike zone in baseball. Damn if it doesn't change for certain guys, or shots like in fouls in basketball. Damn if some dudes don't get those fouls called in basketball. But that makes it almost makes it good.
Or what kind
of fucked up like now with Sean.
It could go either way. Yeah,
it gives us something to talk about and debate.
It goes other ways too. I mean, like the CPU pause is something that gets thrown around by everyone. Is how long a bench pause.
Yeah, you know
what I mean? No. But you say fairness. It's not just depth and
it should be the same.
Yeah.
Well, at least with CPU, they're just fucking hard on everybody. Whereas it seems like some guys. It's like, all right, I think I kind of get a little bullied. I got to really prove myself almost every single time I squat, every single time I whatever, right? And it is what it is. Jesse just happens to be that guy.
But Jesse, but it almost feels like I used to think that, they thought that maybe he was on something and he could be a liability if he gets through the cracks and then like pops at Worlds or something. He could have done this Worlds if he wanted. There's nothing stopping him.
Why doesn't he do Worlds?
He's hurt. He was hurt. He didn't want to go to Russia. If I would have gone and Tina would have gone and I would have and we would have like egged him on, he might have done it. But he, international travel. I don't know if you follow Jesse, but he is very about his country.
Oh, is
he? Yeah, and with the whole like Russia thing going on. It just was like kind of like that last, could have been like that last little like, Joey's not going, nobody else wants to go. Like, I had a lot of lifters just say like, screw it. Like, so I had Danny who actually beat Sean on Wilkes, and he said he didn't want to go. So that allowed Sean to get in at that time, but then more guys dropped out. So they both could have gone, which would have been dope. See, that I would have been like, Danny, come on, just come, man. It'll be all of us. But, Danny didn't want to go. Tina was an alternate. But we already had two. But Susie decided to lift in the open for some reason, which bumped Tina down. So Tina was like, screw that. Like, I'm not going to go and not lift. There's no point just being there as an alternate. So Tina didn't go, which allowed Chelsea Savitt to get in, which I guess was, a good thing from her not going. But, Grant he went, which is great because I got to do his national prep, and I think I did yours, right? We did man. And it was good to see you guys there. Like it really like to say that I was like a little tiny part of it was super awesome. And Grant's literally been lifting like longer than I've been alive. Seriously, like he's been around that long, and he's one of the true OGs. You're not OG status yet. You gotta get a little older.
I'm getting real fucking close, but no, sir. Jesus.
But yeah, man, and I think.
So do you think, like, is Jesse ever gonna go to the World's Open? Like, it would be crazy if he never became an Open World Champion.
What about this year's coming up? What about Calgary? Like, because it's
is he gonna go to Calgary's right around the corner?
Well, he has to do nationals if he wants to do that, and he's cut it. I want to say it looks like he's training to get ready to go to nationals. The way that he's gaining momentum right now and just coming back from his injuries and everything, he hit 315 for 8 on bench the other day, which is like, that's the best he's hit in a while.
Yeah.
And we are afraid that it might be a labrum tear, but he already said, like, I've never known someone so young, just like they have their mind made up. Like he knows, like, I'm not going to get surgery, even if it is a labrum. I'm going to work around it. I'm going to take, everybody asks him all the time, when are you going to compete? He's like, I'll compete when I'm healthy. He's not healthy yet. I think if he's healthy, he does nationals, and we'll get him to go. We'll get him to go to Canada, man. We got to make it happen.
Good, man. That'd be fucking dope.
But he's got to he's got to be healthy. I don't know exactly the extent of his injuries. Like, I love the kid. I always have fun. We always have fun when we're out there. He's really easygoing, super chill, laid back dude, and I have nothing but good stuff to say about him. And he's just like so easy to handle, and he listens. He just lets me do whatever. Like, I can just put whatever on there and he'll lift it, which is awesome. And like I know what he wants to hit, and I know what he can hit, and I think it would be sick to see him. Dude, if he could do, like, if he could just have, like...
The super meet?
Super meet, man. If he could do a super meet one and was done, I'd be like, you good, man. You won the world title, you fucking just obliterated everything.
Here's the thing. The Ukrainian kid, now, he didn't have a good meet at the Worlds. He's capable. He's hit 843. He's 21. He's a fucking kid. And he didn't have the greatest meets.
Deadlift? 843 total.
843 total, kilo total. That was his nomination. At the Worlds, he ended up coming in like...
That's absurd.
He ended up coming like 4th. He didn't have a good fucking day at all. He could have won it all with his last dead and missed it. But do you know the Ukrainian kid? What the hell is his name? Anatoly?
If it's the same kid from last year, then I know who you're talking about.
I don't think he was at the Worlds last year though, because he's young. I think this is his first Worlds in the Open, and he's got the slick back hair. I don't know if you've seen it. LS won this year, but he's got the slick back hair, and he's hit 843.
He's coming up.
And he's coming up.
You putting him next to the GOAT though. Like,
yeah, but I'm sure where he's from, Ukraine, they think he's the Jesse Norris. You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting. What's Jesse's highest total he's in?
I think at SPF he hit like 2015 or something like that.
What is that?
He hit, I know 750. Here, let me just tell you in my professional coaching opinion what I think he's capable of on a stiffy. He's already 750, 440. All right, let's see, 804. That's 1994, but he did 815 at that meet. Yeah, so that was 2015 or he hit like 2015 or 2005 or something like that. Either way, it's absurd. I don't think he gets too much out of a deadlift bar. I mean, he's pulled like identical weights on a stiff bar, and the guy trains deadlift like I've never seen. It's like almost like Dan Green levels of volume, like just hammering every angle.
He loves his freaking volume.
Just sets of 8, sets of 10 on deadlift, touch and go.
Deficit, he'll do everything. Axel, he just hammers his dead volume.
And he's got a backup steel. The kid is a walking muscle.
Yeah.
He's literally a walking muscle. But he's just got to get healthy, and we'll try to get him in there. And going back to Worlds, how did you feel like as a commentating? Like, was it very tiring? Did you have fun? Were you just dead by the last day, or were you kind of re-energized by the big guys?
You know what? Okay, so when it starts out, the very first day was 18 hours, and there's a bit of a time difference from North America to Belarus. So after the first day, I was like, holy shit, because you're never off. And you're not just talking. It's not like you're talking. You're constantly, big lift. You're up. You got to be up. You got to make it entertaining. And so at the end of 18 hours, I was super tired. You wake up early as shit, and then you go again. So that by the end of 2 weeks, I mean, like when you're in the moment. Lift? Yeah, I had to lift at the end, yeah. But at the it was tough. I'm not doing that again. I'm not doubling up again. That was a bad idea. But you don't know until you're in there, right? So whatever you gotta do, you gotta do. So every single day doing it, like I'm saying, when you're in the moment watching it, you're hype. Like when you're watching like Sean Uriag or Gruden, or when you're watching like whatever the big boys, the Battle of the 105s, and we'll talk about that in a minute. God damn, that was awesome. You're in it. You're like, oh shit, like it's genuine. I'm like 15 feet away from the strongest people in the world battling it out. So you're up. But as soon as it's over, and it's like 12 hours, these sessions are long, you're like, holy smokes, man, like I'm done. People, you want to go out? No, I want to lay down and like I'm done, right? It's a long 2 weeks. I think they should split it up, split the Masters off, maybe even Juniors off, just keep the Open like they have it in the Equip. And maybe keep it a little tighter. It'll be a little more manageable for everyone who's actually working this shit. I don't know how people can. It's gonna turn into a 3-week event soon.
Dude, is Gino just dead?
Oh, you should see Gino. Some of the days he shows up, some days he's like eyes closed, sitting in a chair like commentating. He's dead because everybody wants to drink with Gino. He's like a rock star. Everyone wants to come on and drink.
On his microphone must be insane because at our nationals, when Ray was like squatting, he was already gone. Like his voice was gone, and he was like whispering into the mic, and it could just like you would hear him. Yeah. And we actually chipped in. I don't know if he was using it when he was out there, but do you know the color of his mic? Was it gold or was it silver?
Oh shit!
Because we got him a gold mic. Like everybody here chipped in, and we got him.
Oh really?
We got him a gold mic, like a literal gold mic. So I mean, he's a big baller, top dollar. So he's got to have the crispiest of the crop. I was like, dude, we're gonna get a fucking diamond studded one for him next.
That'd be amazing. He's got like a Michael Jackson glove. And
he'll roll up, dude. He'll look like one of the Migos just rolling up, like with fucking just gold everywhere. But yeah, Gino's awesome. And I thought you did a great job, by the way. Like I enjoy your enthusiasm and. I know, like, we had a couple different commentators on there, and people were kind of, you guys have a sense of humor and a personality, and you're dealing with an international audience, so it's like, if you kind of go any which way with it, like, some people may get offended when other people might like it, so I think a lot of times at, like, the Olympics, everybody's just fucking, like, neutral, like, super neutral and boring, and I don't know, man, to me, I had fun. I thought it was great. I think some people were like frustrated in their performance, so they had to like direct their anger towards something. You know what I mean? But to kind of distract. But I think you guys did great. I hope to see you at many more worlds. You know, we're gonna be doing this 10 years from now, like all old and shit. When you're officially an OG and
officially an OG.
You know, you're gonna. We need guys like you, and I know you watch sports, and you actually compete. You're involved. How many commentators are involved in what they're doing?
Yeah.
I know in like esports, like a lot of them do that, but it's like very, it's not a physical thing, so it's like an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
But to have you, I think it's the same thing like with coaching. You have to have gone through it. I think some guys can coach things without actually having gone through it, but. I think you got to go through. You got to be able to relate. You got to experience it. It's going to give you that much more of an edge when you are commentating. And I cannot tell you. I'm talking about esports here. Like I'm using commentating as an example. You could tune in on Twitch to any random game that's at the top with commentator, like when they have a tournament, and the hype of those casters. You won't have any idea what the fuck is going on, but you're just like, oh shit, like Joe Rogan. Even Joe Rogan's good. Joe Rogan's good because, I don't know shit about fighting. Like even though I did Taekwondo for 8 years, fun fact, nobody knows that. But, like, he's so animated, he's so passionate, he's so hyped about what he's talking about that, like...
And he knows it. Like, it's what you're saying. Like,
my God. You know what I mean?
But the commentators that have done the sports is exactly what you're saying. Are the most lively to listen. And Joe Rogan is a guru of MMA. Like, that guy knows everything about everything.
He knows everything. I mean, he actually does. Like, you know, he's done taekwondo. He does jiu-jitsu. And he has a lot of, and what I like about him and what I hope to do, you know, with my podcast and what you guys are doing is, you're taking a discipline. So MMA, powerlifting, you know, you don't really hear it too much with sport, with basketball, football, and stuff like that. But and you're taking guys from that are knowledgeable in the topic, and you're putting out information that can help provide people a perspective. Like, not only in their discipline, but like in life. You know what I mean? Because all of a sport is kind of like what does it mean? It's long, it's, you know, tiring. You might have to battle some adversity. There's going to be some things that are out of your control that might happen, and you got to learn to bounce back. Now you got to be resilient. You had to have trained, you know, you trained for, you know, at least like 3 months, you know, for one day where you get to take like everything that you've built up and you get to put it on the platform, leave it all out there. And I know, like, for me personally, when I'm having a good training cycle, it kind of makes the meet, like, I'm like confident in my numbers, but it's like I have all this performance that I hope to display. You know what I mean? You want to put it on the platform, because if you don't do it on the platform, it's like what does it?
What does it matter?
Yeah, you know what I mean? We're not here taking Castleberry world records. We're here taking, you know, real IPF world records. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, man, I thought the commentating was good, and I mean, look, like, that's why we have Gino there. Like, what's the point of why do we have Gino there? Like, because he adds that little extra to it.
You know
what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, and he's everywhere. Like, he's like,
especially with our sport and powerlifting. Okay, so for some sports like basketball, there's constant action with the biggest stars all the time, back and forth.
Yeah.
Powerlifting, it'll start. You can have like 20 guys. And so maybe 3 of them, or top 5 are in the hunt for medals. All the other guys are just hitting numbers, PRs, and they all open with openers. And it could take 20 minutes or 25, we're talking close to a half hour of just guys coming out, hitting openers, and nothing's happening. So what do? You gotta talk about some shit. It's a lot, it's harder than people think to, like, try to make it somewhat entertaining when things don't even get spicy until, like, the top 5 start hitting their last couple of lifts, right?
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to those 105s real quick, but before that, I actually was at the it was the LA Fit Expo 2016 or 2015? I'm not sure, but let's say 2015 to be safe, because it was a long time ago. So, you know, dealing with other federations, blah blah blah. 2015. I actually commentated a couple sessions, and what I tried to do was, I mean, that means kind of different, because you have to be invited, and everybody's like really strong, like absurdly otherworldly strong, and you know, I tried to like provide like additional information, like you know, hey guys, like, so we have I don't know, like, you know, Darren Green coming up, he's gonna pull like, you know, 1 million bazillion pounds. Fun fact, he runs his own gym. He used to compete in the USAPL and and like just give them a little extra something.
Yeah.
And actually, like, you guys know Jordan Wong. He was like, oh dude, like, I actually like that. You were you know, you made it a fun thing. You don't want to miss the comment, dude. I like, there's some things I listen to. You don't want to miss the commentating. That's like part of it. You learn a lot of stuff. It's almost like when I post, haven't done it in forever. I should probably do it soon when I start becoming less weak. But they record your training and then give commentary. Dude, I've learned so much from back in the day when Lane used to do it. He used to do like a week-long thing and put it up. There's like little things that you can pick up on, but no one's gonna sit through that. No one's gonna sit through that. Find it, but it helps. It's helped so much, and it provides, like, you know, just, it's all about, you know, providing perspective and transitioning smoothly into those 105s. Because I know, you know, time can be a thing these days. So what Did you already know, like, all right, Kristoff is going to take it, or did you think?
You know what, man?
Let me tell you.
We actually put our bets on it.
We put bets. Here's the thing, man. You can never bet against a guy who deadlifts like that. He gets the last say, so he gets to chip that shit in.
I cannot tell you. I mean, I deal with it with Tina all the time. She has a very big deadlift, and it's just like another. It's like another. Dude, even John at the U.S. Open, I didn't like. It sucked that he had to go after before. It just sucks, because especially with that much on the line, fuck, like you want to always go last because it's like what you need to hit. You will finish the fight.
Yeah.
And it's in your hands, like, and when things are when it's in your hands like that, anything could happen. You know what I mean? Like I was handling a junior lifter last year, and he was going against Kazakhstan, and this kid pulled the second deadlift, and I was like, he's got maybe 5 more. So we jump 7. The kid jumped 7, and I kid you not, he got it, but it was like a 5-second rep, and the bar was hanging on his finger like that, and he got it. And he got it 2-1, and it was like, fuck, like...
What are you going to do? I mean, what are you going to do? It's like, that situation is like, tip of the hat to you, sir. I didn't think you could do it.
I'm not even... Yeah, like, I mean, even if that would have happened to Sean, I would have been, like, salty, but I would have been like, fuck, dude, you mean...
Yeah, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? But, I mean, coming into it, I was like, all right, it's going to be Kristoff. I think, literally, you could just rank them by their deadlifts. So Kristoff 1, Bryce 2, and then it was...
That's true. You could probably rank them by their deadlift.
You could just rank them by their deadlift, because they all kind of squat similar. That was a huge squat for Kristoff to hit. Also, a lot of people missed their third squat, and that just killed it for them.
Yeah.
That just made it like, oh, it's over now.
Bryce was so consistently building that total. He did a phenomenal job that day to get the most out of it.
I wanted to say, so Bryce is, you called him Mr. Consistency. He's consistent in that, like, he's there. He's always there. Like, he's always going to show up. He's always going to perform. But what I thought about when I thought about consistency is his high bar squat, and how, like, sometimes he'll take a lift, like he'll take 700 in the gym and just like completely get buried, and then he'll take it again and get it. So for me, that was like, how's that going to play out? Like, he's got to get his third squat. If he's going to have that big deadlift to put, to take it home, he's got to have that third squat. You cannot miss any lift at these competitions when it is that close.
Yeah.
Literally that close. If you make all your lifts, you win. After the U.S. Open, I was talking to John. We said it before, and he said it after. He's like, I missed the squat. Can't be mad. John tied Ben Pollock. Obviously, there's a major key difference there. Yeah. And what they're able to do, and in terms of, like, recovery ability, and John missed his third squat, and we can't complain. Can't even be mad. Gotta have stops to Ben. If you don't do your job, somebody could take it from you. I swear to God. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Kristoff, I think he hit every meet. He went 8 for 9, right? He only missed his last one. He was just trying to YOLO like one.
And he knew he wasn't threatened, so he could. That's 100%. He didn't have to go for that, but he's like, fuck it.
He's like, dude. But actually, if Bryce would have got his third, then he would have had to have got his third, and that would have
he might have. But I think he might have been able to lower that. I don't remember what the weights were now.
Yeah, he could have lowered it for sure to go like fairly over. Yeah. Sometimes, and this isn't something that I hear people talk about too much, you want to put your opponent in a position to just do something.
Yeah.
If they have to pull 95%, if they have to pull 97.5%, and they can do it, make them do it.
Yeah.
Make them do it. Go ahead, do it. I know you can do it. Just do it. And Sometimes they get caught midway, and then you become world champion. You know what I mean?
Dude, because he's hit 400 before, and he missed it. You know what I mean? Like, Kristoff has hit that, and he missed it. So just like you said, let's see it. You hit it before, let's see it. He couldn't. So fuck, man. He was a little more vulnerable that day, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Everybody likes to say how, international travel is so tough and, but everybody's got to do it. Everybody's got to do it. I mean, obviously, if you live in Belarus, you don't have to. So hopefully they pick, kind of neutral places. But if they had it in Los Angeles, Garrett Blevins lives here. I mean, he doesn't live in Los Angeles, but he lives in San Diego, which is right next to it.
Yeah.
So he might have maybe a slightly better meet that day. So I don't think it was too much of a thing for travel. There are a lot of U.S. lifters that had phenomenal meets. Dennis Cornelius, Jesus, man, I love seeing this guy lift.
He had a good meet, but it wasn't as good as he wanted, though. He's
always hungry, though. He's always hungry. He's not going to be complacent.
But he was one that 400 kg squat so bad walking into that.
I don't think anybody. I was talking to him afterwards. Who can press this guy in the 120s now? I'm not, no disrespect to the rest of the field, but I don't see anybody coming.
No, there's nobody right now, and to be honest, he's well into the 2000s, 20 Gs or something like that. So it's he's very well rounded. The guy is literally a powerlifter. You look at him, you're like, that's what a powerlifter looks like.
He's an inch taller than me and 100 pounds heavier.
He's a farm boy, man. Yeah, he's a tank, and he's got that. He actually was his biggest, I believe, he ever had been in the off season. And it just goes to show you guys, you gotta sometimes get a little big. And it's easier for a big guy to cut, though. So, if you're 270 cutting to 260, 275 cutting to 265, dude, I'll do that. That's the easiest cut ever. But if you're, if you're 175 going to 163, that's a smaller percentage, and it's getting dicey at that point.
Well, he was around 290, wasn't he, when he went into the?
He said at the World
Cup. He gets up there.
He said the cut this time was a tougher cut than usual.
He was doing sprints. He was doing fucking sprints. Dude, Dennis is a goon, man. Dennis is the best. He's one of those guys that just he doesn't complain. He's fucking shit. He could have a couple beers the night before and still fucking perform. He's a great dude, and I think the bigger guys for sure were not nearly as affected because you could just kind of eat through every. I mean, he had to kind of watch it, but they have a lot of stored energy, so even if they are cutting, it's not going to affect them as bad. If you're a super heavyweight, you just eat through everything. You eat through the flight, you eat the sleep and everything.
They said he had a shoulder injury or something there, or something was wrong, because when his bench was off, when he went in there, his bench.
You know what he ended up hitting?
I can't remember, but I know there was another guy in there that opened with the record.
Oh, fuck, yeah, that guy was a bench only guy.
Oh,
the Algerian.
I don't know about one. Oh yeah, he has a. That guy's really strong on bench. He has a good squat too.
But Dennis
guy's absurdly strong. But Dennis is just. He actually pulled conventional, which was low key. I was like, yeah, conventional. But then I was gonna ask him why. It just seems really consistent, and you don't have those grip issues with the hand on sumo, the top hand, the down hand on your leg. He's a thick boy, so he's gonna have that going on. And I've had that issue myself, which is part of the reason why I don't pull sumo with these thunder thighs. Yeah. But conventional, it's a very consistent, sturdy lift. Going back to 105s real quick, I believe Screamer didn't drop his deadlift, which I thought would be a huge thing because he's had grip problems in the past. And I know that last year he was coming into deadlifts miles ahead of everyone, but we know we had Bryce Krawczyk, right? Is that how you say his last name?
Yeah.
He's
a hell of a deadlifter.
Colossal deadlift, right? That guy's got gigantic legs.
Yeah.
And he's very sturdy. He doesn't have any up and down really going on. He just locks out. And Screamer could have just destroyed everyone, but that grip thing. So for him to come back and actually get it. He had a lot of fun. That's another thing, man. People forget you're supposed to have fun at these things. So even if you're not winning, you can still have a ton of fun. You can, chasing that personal.
Dude, his walk off after the bench was priceless.
The Conor McGregor walk off.
Yeah.
Honestly, he almost I don't want to say stole the show, but I left. Everyone was talking about Scream, and I was like, God damn, he's entertaining to watch. I couldn't care. He came in 4th overall, but he racked up a bunch of medals along the way with the individual meets. Like he was hella in there in the battle of the 104s. Nobody was nudging him out of the battle of the 104s, and he's such a showman. Like to see him live, I don't know what it's like on the stream.
He's a little meatball.
Dude, he's a little spicy meatball. He was like, you'd be like, who's up next? And you would hear, someone would say, who's up next? And you would hear, ah! And you're like, oh shit. Look over to the side and they're screaming like, ah, ah. He's like getting all jacked up, ready? And you're like, your heart starts pumping. The crowd goes nuts. It was like like you need guys like him in there. And especially with the contrasts of characters where, you know, you got a Blevins and some of these guys are so calm, cool, collected. You know what I mean? Which is good. Hey, fuck, do your thing. Don't put on a show if it's not you.
We desperately need the entertainment factor in powerlifting. And I think anytime you can do that, I mean, did you guys see Grant Higa at the? I don't know if you guys saw at the Nationals when he won. He like fucking did like the haka.
No, I didn't see that.
He didn't do that, but he went crazy. He was going around like stomping everywhere, screaming, giving his wife a hug. She was in tears. It was awesome, and we definitely need stuff like that. To be the last 2 years, there's something about that 93 session. I don't know if it's because Jesse's in there, maybe because we had Lane in 2015, which hopefully, I think he's competing today.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Today. Lane's competing. He's back.
Yeah, Lane's competing. He's competing. He's just doing it to qualify, and then we'll see what happens after that at the national. I think he just wants to get like top 10. But I'm happy to see him back. Having him there in the mix, like if you're thinking about going to nationals just to watch, you have to watch Lane. He is fucking insane. Like the guy loses his damn mind.
Does
like
he?
He's great. Yeah, he loses his mind. He's all over the place. He's stomping around. He is definitely like that X factor that we need. Like we need more of that. Even though like the field, like LS finally like just ascended. Like,
yeah, how amazing is that? Ellis McLean is a world champion right now.
He's like 40 and he's killing it. He in the open, he's killing it. You know what I'm saying? He could easily go, you know, if not next year or the year after, but he could go Masters and just chill. But no, man,
he's not gonna. He told me I'm chilling in the open.
And Ellis has a little chip on his shoulder, and he's always known like to see him win. It reminds me of Sean, how you said, you know, like this is his meet, and that we've been pulling for him for a long time. Like to see LS finally get it, very deserving champion. You know, he always brings the heat. He works hard. He's passionate about what he's done. Dude, you guys got to get him on here.
We did. Yeah, we did.
We've already had him on.
Yeah, well, I'm on again though. I told him, I was like, "Fuck, now you're world champion. You gotta come back." He's like, "Oh hell yeah!"
Oh yeah, you gotta get him on.
Guy.
And tell him his boy Joy Flexx there, what's up.
That's right.
And I'm always admiring the J's that he wears when he benches, even though Nike discriminates against wide feet people, so I always have to buy like 12s when I'm a 10.5. So I just go with the Adidas, you know, they already got the wide toe box. But Ellis is a great dude, and just to see the 93s are just phenomenal. Like being in that session, shout out to Eric Bodhorn from TSA. The guy is like really mellow, like he just, you know what I mean? And at that last 93, so in that 93 session, our prime time for us was it was the girls, like smaller girls, and then you had 93s. So I had my girlfriend, and then I had Jesse, I had Danny, I had Sam Bernstein, I had I think that was it. If I'm missing anyone, I'm sorry. But so it was a lot going on in one session, and you know, Dave Ricks has all the momentum, and Jesse's like having not a good day, and all that pressure's on me. And meanwhile, Sam and Danny are like head to head, so it's like, fuck, one of them is going to Worlds, like, you know, and I'm taking care of both of them, and they're both coming at me, you know, like, I want to one up him, and I'm trying to tell him like, yo, man, chill out, we gotta wait till the dads, we'll see what happens, this and this. It was just so much on me, and then to have that whole like, oh damn, Ellis with the 500 bench. Oh, damn, Jesse with the 722 squat. Oh, damn, Dave Ricks pulling in the worst shoes ever, but he pulls the technique. Dave Ricks came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I just felt like, the emotion overload. Like, it was just so much. So if you guys don't go to these meets, you have, like, I don't know, USA has all the characters. I mean, UK's got Screamer, but we have a lot of characters.
Yeah, UK's got the Screamer, yeah.
We got a lot of different personalities, and something about those 93s. We got this one kid, I totally forget his name, but he's got a huge deadlift. It's like 750, could be some 93, super skinny, lanky dude.
You know what I want to ask you about? Your boy in 83, Russell. We brought him up briefly, but god damn, man, this dude is a beast.
He's a beast.
He's 21 or 22? That's insane.
Say it one more time?
He's 22, right?
Yeah, so I think Sean was telling me how Sean is going to be the only junior for Worlds, but at Nationals we'll have, because you know how, like, next year, the way that the IPF does the whole age thing, it's a little bit different. So I think Sean's just going to, like, dominate juniors. My plan is to send them both to Worlds. I mean, John, he's chilling. Right now he's going to do Bossa Bossas, like, for fun. I already told him, like, if you need me to come up there, if it was like a big money meet or something was on the line, or he had to go head to head with someone significant, I'd be there, like, no hesitation. But, you know, John, I'm a little worried because he's done, like, a lot of meets, and I don't want him to get hurt. And I think, you know, once he sets a goal and we have the plan, like, time, like, okay, so we want to do Worlds and whatever. Okay, so this is what we're going to do leading up to that. He's going to have a long, healthy career, and I think he has a chance to really do some special things. But going back to Russell, Russell is a super strong kid already. He is responding well to training. He's already PR'd everything. The only thing we haven't really pushed is deadlift. Like, I'm not going to peak the conventional deadlift, like, in training. Like, there's, like, no point for that, and it's just too much time off, and Nationals is coming up. He's doing a money meet in 7 weeks. I think it's in Texas. I have another super strong kid doing it. He is a 105. He just pulled 705 at, like, it was like an opener. I'm not even joking. Yeah, so this is getting insane with these kids. That's why I gotta, like, get my third Arnold in there, and I'm chilling. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna be the Bill Belichick. Dude, I'm gonna gain 100 pounds and just be there in a hoodie. I'm gonna be chilling there.
So Russell's
chilling there in my Flex hoodie.
Oh wow, nice product placement. Nicely done, sir. So Russell's going to the Raw Nationals as well, though, right?
Yeah, he's gonna do. I want to send him for the Open, and I want to send Sean for Junior, or vice versa. I don't know if Russell can do Junior in the IPF another year. I am not sure. I have to look it up, but I want to send them both to Worlds. That would be like just like a kind of a personal goal of mine.
You think Russell could do what Hack did and win the Open Worlds? I don't want to put too much pressure on the kid, but the guy, he's got a weird it factor.
No, he can take it. Russell's a tank. He's very competitive, and he's played football, man. He knows what's up.
How tall is this cat? Because he looks like he's fucking like 250 pounds when you take a look at his
he's like 5'6".
He would have to be
5'6", 5'7". But he's a tank, strong kid, really good. He's got like his deadlift, like leverage, like here's his arms, and he's got that perfect, femur, torso.
Yeah.
So he's got real good leverage for that. We're trying to get him on the competition equipment because he just changed gym locations. He's training on like a janky whippy bar and like random plates. And I told him, like, a lifter as significant as you're gonna take this seriously. You're gonna do damage. You need, if you can, you got to get on good equipment so we know what's up. And he's going to. So at least a good bench. You want a nice flat wide bench to bench on. So Sean and him, I've been going at it like kind of friendly, but at the same time, I'm not like, I know Sean very well, but I don't know Russell as well as I do Sean. Although we are, getting to know each other quickly. He's got a great sense of humor, and sometimes Sean will literally see what Russell does and then try to lift more. Or try to do it for more reps. So he's kind of taken after John. John's like notorious for like, oh, what did that guy do? I'm gonna beat it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of good. It's great. I just put up a video on like community and how having like being a part of something where you guys can push each other is really important. You don't want to compare, but you want to kind of like ride there with them. You know what I mean? I know that going into nationals, my buddy Walker Bradshaw, we were just like going at each other like left and right. He's coached by Chad, and he's doing really, really good. And it just helps. Like, he'll see me hit something in training, and then he'll hit something in training, and then I'll hit something in training, and we just kind of like feed off it. And then Jamal's in there. I mean, Jamal outpulls me like by a million, but for squat and bench, he's like, I'm trying to push you, Joey. And I was like, I got you. So it's good. Like, you want that. You want, you kind of want people to give you that little, like, they're just making sure that you're not sitting on your ass, but you have to really want it too. You know what I mean? And these kids, man, they're hungry.
Like Daniela.
They're hungry.
Oh fuck, Daniela Mello.
Yeah,
Jesus,
you said these kids are hungry.
She was like just a savage in the IPF world.
Yeah, she smashed. She has been working with Sean, who obviously, like, I've taught him everything. I try to teach him everything I know. When it comes up, and she is. It's crazy that they're together. You'll hear in I keep plugging my own podcast, which doesn't even exist yet, but he talks about her. He goes into detail about how he felt her performance, and you guys just did when you guys interviewed them, was it before or after?
Right before, yeah. They did the preview for the IPF Worlds.
Yeah, so I think he was more, concerned and happy with her performance than he was about his own. And I'm the same way with Tina. Like, Tina can go all the way, I'm just there. I'm just giving her support and fighting her over what days she should train. So that, because I have days where I want to spend time, you know what I mean? So it's like, look, man, I'm taking Wednesday off, so you're going to squat on Tuesday. No,
you're like, I'm doing audible on your programming. And
it's hard to coach your significant other. It really is. And I'm glad that Sean's kind of going through it, because once you can do that, you can do anything. And she has a bright future ahead of her. She's going to continue to grow, and we have her playing with sumo and some hook grip. And Sean is just putting everything that he can into making her the best she can be, as long as she is willing, as long as that's what she wants to do. So,
What also I was going to say too is, how much of a shock were you that Brett didn't win that 83 kilo world?
I couldn't believe it.
I came around the corner and someone said to me, yo, Brett might lose. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And because you don't really, when you lift, I had to lift too. Like, that's the one day I wasn't commentating. And I was like, I wasn't looking at the scorecards at all, whatever. And I looked and like, holy shit, how did this happen? How did it end up in this situation where you had to pull for the win? And it's something that he could always hit previously. But the chalk there was shit, man. It was like really bad chalk. I was like, somebody I went to the Aussies. The Aussies brought a chalk, like a block. And I was like, man, can I borrow some chalk? And I like broke off there. He gave me the piece, and I just broke off a piece, and that's what I used. It's like, somebody get Brett some real chalk. This shit's gotta happen.
I don't wanna blame it on that. I think
I do.
Oh, the chalk? Oh, like just the chalk? Well, he took
the lights were bright too. It was really bright light. I just looking for something.
Yeah. It's like, me didn't go as planned, but to be honest, there was like a little crack in the.
Wow, shit! There was like a fucking crack there.
Forehead.
I'm glad, like, just the way it glittered.
Slightly off. And to be honest, they didn't have the flavor Gatorade that I wanted.
Right. So. I just want to say, I don't like lemon, and I settle for lemon. I like orange. Anyways.
Yeah, dude.
What do you think? What do you think about that?
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. So, I think we're still waiting on the results from the drug test to come back.
That's true. That's true. It's
no. But to have gotten popped and then to come back, the IPF, I believe it's 36 months. So, like, okay, if you take juice, you got to wait 3 years, and then you're good. I don't like to actually have like, if you take juice, you wait 3 years and you compete. I don't have an issue with you. Like, I really don't care. That's fine. You're following the rules. You've done, everything by the book. Like, I think you should be okay. But to have gotten, like, in trouble and then do your time, and then come back. To some, like if you're going to jail, you pay your time, you get out, you're a free man, you're good to go. But with drugs, it's like I don't know if you can keep any benefit. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the stats. I don't know the stats either. To tell you, like,
I don't know if you can like juice up and then come off completely, and then have a little bit more extra.
I know human growth hormone can change some shit that will last.
Yeah, it can literally change the structure of your bones.
Yeah.
I'm actually so for my right hip, I've been having like some weird stuff go on, and I went to the doctor, and he's basically saying how. Because I started running and lifting I started squatting when I was like 16, you're still forming. Your body's still, I didn't start at 12 like Jesse or 10, whatever. But, your body can adapt and your bones will literally, that's when your growth hormone is, thriving. It will adapt to the stress. So you're going to have, thicker bones. Your joints are going to be, the capsule of your femur is going to try to go out a little bit more to kind of make sure that socket stays in place. It's crazy. It's the human body can literally adapt to anything, and that's why you see some of these guys that take heavy growth hormone. They have giant mittens, and they have big ears, and their elbows are huge. And it's fucking fascinating to me. But at the same time, if it is giving you some kind of advantage, then that needs to be brought to light, and the IPF needs to revise, what is truly drug-free. But that's a whole nother thing, and there's actually a documentary on Netflix coming out about drugs in the Olympics and how, I don't know if you saw the preview, but it looked really interesting.
Oh, I'll watch it for sure, man.
I want to see it. I'll send it to you when I see it, the link again, but... it's just basically how, it could ruin the integrity of the sport when you have drugs in there. You know what I mean? If you're going to make it drug-free, you got to be strict. So, people hate on the IPF and say, let everyone juice up. You could do that. Strongman does that. I don't know if it would help the sport or hurt the sport, but I know, for basketball, NFL, soccer, you don't want any of that. Big companies will not even look at you if you're going to be doing stuff like that. So it's very interesting. I don't know if Gibbs is oh, well, that guy would juice at some point, so, whatever. Or if he's whatever, I got beat. It is what it is. I fucked up. I don't know the reasoning for him making that big jump. I haven't looked too far into it. I just know that everybody was oh, Gibbs took a YOLO jump. Gibbs took a YOLO jump. I didn't know that guy was a huge puller. And
he's a fucking
you never wanna. Whenever you're watching these things, you have to give the other person the benefit of the doubt and hear their side of the story first before you judge. Right after Sean's thing, somebody was Gruden's camp was the one that changed it. You know what I mean? And I'm no, what? I'm not gonna say that unless I know for sure. So it's just Gibbs is gonna have that super meet one day. We don't know when it's going to be, but I don't think he's going to quit anytime soon. My free unsolicited advice would be that he doesn't need would be, don't try to change everything up as a knee-jerk reaction to you not getting a result that you want. You probably only need to make little tweaks to just dial it in.
He was no lie, no, for real, not an excuse. I seen him 40s before, and the guy was
sick as shit.
Sick as shit. But and he said I don't even know.
I saw something about that.
And I was but this is before the outcome, so I knew this before. And I was dude, you gotta lift because you're gonna win. And he's yeah, I know. I'm gonna. He's just whatever. But he was the training leading up to it was so fucking good.
You can't there were people coming into that meet that were saying oh, well, I traveled and I'm not feeling good, so, I'm just going to have fun. Well, you lose. You just lose. You lose already. Don't even think about winning because you've already put it out there. You're going to not hold back. When you go into a meet and you want to win and you have that intensity and you become impervious to anything, bad things coming at you, you're just I don't care. I'm going to perform. I'm going to show up. I'm going to punch that other guy in the mouth. You know what I mean? You can't let the circumstances affect you. And And if they do, then let it. You know what I mean? Like, if it's gonna affect you, then yeah, sure, like, affect me. But I am gonna try my best. I am not gonna think that way. I am not gonna let, you know, shit, man. There's stuff that I worry about. Like, John is like the most easygoing. Like, he just like lifts. He just lifts. He is like an unwavering like pillar that will just lift. And sometimes we'll be in warm-ups or we'll be in a meet or whatever, and I'm thinking about like 150,000 different things, and I almost like I'll come up to him and be like, hey, I'm just letting you know, like, I'll tell him you should warm up to this weight, like warm up to 605, and he'll be like, nah, like 585 is the same. You know what I mean? Like, the details for him, it doesn't matter as much. And there are a lot of guys that are just very, there's nothing wrong with being detail-oriented, but they just, like, they don't care. They do it. They just train. And that whole just train mentality, I know, like, to a lot of smart guys seems stupid, but for some guys it works, man. Look at Ashton Ruka. I don't even know how to say his last name. The guy's a tank. He just lifts. Just don't complain and lift. He's in the military, the guy just kills everyone. Like, it's crazy. He's another one to watch out for if he decides to do nationals. I know he has a lot of other stuff going on, but that's another thing, like, in the whole Gibbs, and I know we touched on this the last podcast we did, the whole Gibbs and John thing, is mentality and how John, like, the pressure doesn't get him. Like, or if he does, you'll never know. Mm-hmm. He just, I'm going to show up and lift. I'm going to squat 661 in front of, a big crowd and take the world record and get this thing done.
It's funny you say that.
That's how you got to be, man.
We've seen that in the Battle of the 105s, Christoph from Poland. Damned if that dude has absolutely no flipping emotion at all. He doesn't
but
celebrate.
He's so seasoned.
He doesn't.
He's got, like, so much experience.
But he just, like, doesn't, like, he walks in there like he's like a robot, like a cyborg.
He hates everyone. He just wants to kill everyone. He's like, dude, and he's got Golan, his henchman, there, like, to just kill anyone that steps in his way. You know what I mean?
Dude was a beast too. Like, he was. I didn't know he fought so many reps, and I'm thinking, gonna be gassing out at some point. Nah, man, he just will fight through whatever the shit. He kind of surprised me. I think he came in 5th, just outside of the top 4 of the Battle of the 105s. And he's still got on the podium, I think, for bench. Dude's a beast. Thick as shit.
Yeah, dude, that guy's super jacked. He's fucking intimidating. He's like the main. I think he called him like he's like the bad guy in 007.
He really is, dude. He is, though. When you see him in real life, too, you're like, holy shit, this dude's proportions they're like, comic books exaggerate people's proportions. He literally is a walking.
Did you guys ever watch the Justice League? Like the one that was on TV? He's like Superman.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
And if his technique is, if a lift's shaky, he just muscles his way through that shit. Like, he just fights his way through. And it's like, and he can do it over and over and over and not gas out. The guy was a beast. It was impressive.
Those Polish guys, man, they definitely something in the water.
and Christoph can make a cut. Like, he's not that far from 93. He weighed in 90. He's under 100 kilo.
But the one thing about the IPF this year being there, I mean, a lot of people knocked it being in Belarus, but you got to see a lot of European lifters you wouldn't see.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, compared to Colleen, how many European lifters did you see compared to this? You know what I mean? So
I think I remember Golden from last year, but I don't think he was as strong. And I know Christoph was hurt, and the 90 that 105 session was good, but I mean, how did you guys like compare? You guys have been both. How do you like
comparing those? Like, 105s wasn't as, I didn't commentate, but I watched it from the sidelines. It wasn't as noteworthy. It was good, but I think, like, to what Randy's saying, you saw this year a lot of guys from, like, the guy who beat Gibbs, like guys from, like, Kazakhstan and, like, the stands, like, fucking, like, some of these European nations from the old Soviet bloc that are no longer in this, like, Soviet broke up and it's just Russia. But you had, like, all these fucking guys from Eastern Europe might not be forking out cash to come to Canada or to the U.S., but they will travel to Belarus, and some of these dudes are strong.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think some of them get a fair recognition of things they've never been seen.
Bulgarians and shit.
They don't get recognized at all. They don't have Instagram. They don't have stuff.
Look at this Ukrainian guy. That Ukrainian kid at 93 that I was talking about. Man, he's got like fucking no followers on Instagram. It's not big in Ukraine. This kid's a beast. You know what I mean? Like they'll
you never know who's gonna show up.
Yeah.
You gotta just prepare so you can't. That could have been happening too with Gibbs. He was probably like, "Oh well, there's nobody there, so I guess I'm gonna win." You never know, man. Someone could show up. That's why I'm always like, you just gotta do your best.
I think
even Eli Burks for us in 2015 came out of nowhere. I mean, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know he could pull 810.
Holy shit!
Destroyed everybody. Yeah, and then became world champion and went to strongman. But he's gonna be back. Dude, 105s are gonna be so good. I'm happy to be competing. Shout out to Garrett Blevins. He did a live stream yesterday, and my girlfriend was. She happened to tune in, and he said something nice about me, and he's happy that I'm a 105 and not a fat 120. So it's fun, dude. 105s, dude. We just talk shit. It's so fun. Like we just talk shit to everyone, and it's like the funnest thing. And something about like just big guys, like it's like we don't care about anything. A lot of like. I think there's so much vanity with you pretty 83s. You guys all try to look at it. And everyone's like, like
so many shirtless, fucking shirtless selfies going on in 83 class,
right? It's like a bodybuilding show. You guys are like, fuck this guy. I'm gonna fuck this guy out. You know what I mean? But no, honestly, it's gonna be National's gonna be super fun. Damn it, there was one more thing I wanted to say, but while I'm thinking of it, is there? I know we're like. I mean, I gotta go squat.
Yeah.
Is there anything? Is like a last thing that you wanted to bring up? Really quickly. Yeah. So we already. John's doing Boss of Bosses, and his schedule's crazy right now. So I told him like just take what you can from your old blocks, do what you can, and like there's no point in me sitting down writing down a structure if. You can't follow it. And it's a fun meet. He's going to kick it with his boy Pete Rubish. Hopefully no one's going to get hurt, hopefully, and, getting to see some cool lifts. So he's going to do that. Be on the lookout for Russell in 7 weeks. And then we got Raw Nationals where it's all going to go down. And, I wanted to ask you. So Worlds is going to be in your turf. Is it your turf?
No.
Yeah,
well, it's in Canada.
Canada. Yeah. Canada's huge.
What's it like, dude? Because I heard stories like it's cold and it's fucking, you gotta...
When is it?
No, it's in June.
Can I fly into the city?
It's in the summer, man.
Oh, no, it'll be nice.
Fine. It'll be like... I was going to say Celsius. It'll be like normal. East Coast weather in the U.S., like New York type shit. Same type weather. Like Calgary isn't close to Toronto. It's a flight for all of us. But it's gonna be nice in the summer.
So I used to live there. So in the summertime there, it's close to the mountains. You could have like normal days where it's warm. Sometimes it's hot as fuck in the summertime. So it's not gonna. It's the opposite. It's the opposite of cold.
I can deal with heat. It's just the cold, man. I hate being on a cold ass plane.
Not in June.
If it was wintertime, oh hell yeah.
It'd be like Colorado.
Hell yeah, it'd be cool.
It'd be like Colorado in June.
Yeah. It'll be
Oh, I love Colorado.
Yeah, that's what it'd be like.
All my buddies up there are dieting for bodybuilding shows, so I'm like, dude, when you guys are done, like I'll come back because I don't want to do this shit when you guys are
grumpy, counting macros.
Yeah, man, I just want to go eat pizza and have fun, but yeah, so I mean, I'm really looking forward to it. I gotta get my passport ASAP. I'm gonna be up there. I didn't go to this one just because like. I kind of put it on Tina. I was like, if you go, then I'll go. And she's like, nah. I was like, all right, fine. We'll save the money. But I definitely want to go. I'm going to be there. I was already talking to Matt Gary, and I was telling him, like, yo, we're going to have a nice young batch of lifters for you guys. And I'm going to be up there, make sure everybody does good. And a lot of new faces, and the sport is evolving. It's growing. It's becoming, what is significant now is unheard of 5 years ago.
Oh,
just in terms of numbers.
Oh,
like it is growing at an alarming rate, and I think social media has a big role to play in that. We need more social media. We need more marketing. We need more of those cool. Like posters that you make where you have like the two lifters head to head. I want to find Russell and Sean like at Nationals, and I'm gonna be like, one of these.
But
you know what I mean? We have to.
I agree with you on that, but it shows so much more. Like, I actually like what Boss of Bosses is doing right now, how they're putting up the lifters and they're explaining the lifter, what they've done, the whole thing. Like, I think that was...
We need that.
It's done way better than USPA Open was. Like, I really like the way that looks when it pops up, because you actually take the time to read it.
Yeah.
And we wanna know what's happening, like, with that lifter and, just behind the scenes stuff. You know what I mean? That's why we podcast. That's why we have stuff to go in depth, because we want to know.
Well, showing people how close it is.
What does this person have? Yeah. Like, is this person relatable? Can I do it one day? Like,
yeah.
People don't know. Tom Brady. Okay, briefly, like the Super Bowl. This last Super Bowl, I still can't believe that it happened. Like, it is the perfect example of you can never give up, and you just gotta put your head down and work. But Tom Brady was like the worst fucking draft pick ever. He was like the last draft pick. He was a fucking sucked at all the skill tests. His dad sent out.
No shit. I didn't know that.
He was terrible. He was trash. Like, so trash. Like, nobody wanted him. They didn't even get his fucking name right when he stepped on the field and he met the Patriots owner and everything. He was like, I'm gonna be the best decision you've ever made. And fucking look at him, the guy just never gave up, and he believed in himself. And if you don't have that, like, you gotta have that. You gotta have. It's so important to have that, and a lot of stuff goes into being a champion. But people don't know. People see the winning, they see the touchdown, they see the field goal, whatever. But they don't know, like, what that person had to go through to get there. Or maybe like John for Worlds last year, he was working, he was in school, he had a lot of other stuff going on. Whereas, like, maybe the opposition, a.k.a. Gibbs. I mean, Gibbs was going through his stuff too. He moved, but maybe Gibbs didn't have to deal with, other things. And, I mean, we don't know. I mean, I know he was dealing with his own stuff, but it's just showing those guys that say, I can't train, I got so much going on. Nah, man. There's people that do it.
Yeah.
They make it happen. Sean goes to freaking MIT. He has to... He goes to school 6 days a week and then train.
There's people who are like full-time employees, full-time mothers in their early 40s winning world titles, like Jen Thompson, Marissa.
Oh, that's so great. That's so cool to me. Like, to see, especially for the women, like the moms. Like, I think there's
mom, that's hard job to be a mom.
About moms that are tough for the kids.
Yeah,
that is a big thing. Especially me, just growing up how I grew up, like, single mother and all that stuff. My dad's back now, but for many years he wasn't there. My mom made me tough. She taught me adversity. She taught me all that stuff. So I always have mad respect for women. You always see me posting those respect women memes. We got it, man. It's I think powerlifting above all things. That's for another podcast, but like just powerlifting, empowering women is like. Not only does it make them like look fantastic, but it just does so many other things.
Fucking A, right? My girl power lifts, my man. I wouldn't date a girl who didn't power lift. Amen.
Right?
Amen.
Yeah, son.
Get yourself a powerlifting girl.
Man, everybody is missing out. Don't tell no one. That's a secret.
That's right. Well, I'm good, but yeah.
But yeah, guys, I had a lot of fun. If you guys have anything else, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna go. Hop on this.
Do you think this is a damn good podcast? We got to have you back on for sure. Especially maybe leading up to the Raw Nationals. Maybe we could do a little preview.
Absolutely.
As we see the rosters kind of fill in and we see some stories develop.
I'll touch base with you, and I could definitely talk about, like, it'd be cool to see, like, these are my predictions, this is what I think's going to happen, and then
100%. Well, that's what
we're going to have a lot of momentum going into that, or after that too, and that'd be a good timing. But yeah, guys, I had a lot of fun. Even though Randy, I can't see you. I mean, I can see a picture right here.
Oh shit! There you go. Yeah, what a handsome devil.
But it's good. I had fun with you guys, and Ryan, like always, a pleasure. I hope you keep commentating, you Joey Flexx approved.
There we go. Thank you, sir. We'll talk soon. Have a good squat session.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
See you. Yeah, I think for sure. Then leading up to the next, leading up to the Raw Nationals, like we did with Sean Noriega, maybe have our boy Joey Flexx run down on some key matchups.
Yeah, he'd be good too because he's got a lot of information. He follows everyone and everything.
and he's out.
Yeah, it'd be good. It'd be good to have him on there just to go through and see, because he's probably actually going to pick up on a few people we might miss too.
100%. And he's got like he brought 32 lifters last one, and this one he's expecting more, so he's gonna have a chunk of like 40 guys that won nationals. So we'll have all the inside track, and most of his people are pretty competitive as well. And anyone who he has is competitive. He'll know who they have to beat. So it's his job. He literally has to know who's out there. You know, he's a full-time powerlifting coach. He'll be damn good dude to have as a, lead in for him.
Well, the good thing too, when we were talking about the IPF prior to this, even I had my reserves that would be in so far away and stuff, but when I got to see a lot of those lifters you would never see, and some of just such amazing things they were doing, like whether it's one lift or all three, what they were doing, it's right that it is going all over the place.
Well, you got it, because everyone needs an opportunity. And some of those Eastern European bloc lifters who may, you don't know their financial situations. Like we were talking like, oh, we can't afford to go over there so much. Like it's a big jump. Imagine how they feel, man. Everybody needs it, and that was just Eastern Europe. We're gonna have to at some point go to Africa again, go to deep into Asia. You got to. You got to give all the regions a chance, because not everybody can afford to fly all over world powerlifting. There's no money in this really.
Or some people just, the honest truth, some people can't leave their country.
And that's also a fact as well. Yeah. Or like I know in Europe you can travel around, but you can't necessarily leave Europe. It's hard, man. There's a million different reasons why you got to do it. Yeah. We're kind of spoiled right now. We had U.S., went into Europe, back into Canada. So right now, North America's kind of getting it good. But who knows, man? The next 5 years after that could be like Europe, South America, whatever. Yeah. And then we don't touch it again for a little while. It is what it is, man. But anyways, from Powerlifting Motivation Studios, Six Pack Labadat.
Randy,
the other guy.
Yeah.
Thanks.